By day and night, I am a sportscaster. During the morning, I am just here to help Brad and Britt take us through the college football Saturday highlights, right?
We were watching a lot.
A busy day?
Yeah, it was a great day.
Did you guys stay up way too late like I did last night, trying to watch as many games as possible?
Particularly that Florida State game when they were taking on Oklahoma State because they could never really put it away, but then they finally showed that they were, best team in the country.
But still raises questions. They're not as good as maybe everyone thought, or first game of the season, they did what they needed to do to win the game.
Maybe a little bit of a fallout. Maybe a little bit of a fall off from those guys.
Yesterday was the weirdest first day of college football I've ever experienced in my life. I sat there and watched that stupid Notre Dame game.
Oh, it was good.
And it ended up being a pretty good game. And I'm not a Notre Dame guy. I'm not a fan. But it was.
Usually finds a way to work itself out in most college football games. Now,
Sure.
you do have those blowouts.
Of course.
But a lot of big games, usually one team will get a big lead and the other team will come back and make it close at the end because, well, they're college kids and mistakes happen.
But let's go to the lowlights from yesterday. First, we go to the Auburn-Arkansas game. In the SEC, of course, Anthony, you expect some of the best athletes in the world. You expect speed. But look at the ball boy. The ball boy is going down the sideline. The ball boy could go all the way. No. Ladies and gentlemen, we got to test that guy for steroids. See, in the Southeastern Conference, their ball boys even have more speed
than
than
him
the Big
go.
Ten. Look at that. He is going. Put that kid on scholarship.
Hey, Britt,
he's holding the ball.
I know.
It's going down.
I've got to work later today. What are you doing tonight at 10 o'clock? I might want to get some sleep the way you just did that last highlight.
Let's go to Eastern Michigan where they're taking on Morgan State. You know, entrances in college football are a big deal. Miami always had the fog machine and everything else. You want a huge production when your team comes out on the field. Well, they've got one for Eastern Michigan, but it turns out it's a little more complicated than they thought. Let's check that out. They have a big wall of concrete that they actually have sledgehammers, and they have to pound all the way through it. But they weren't able to. It takes a little longer. It's not quite as quick as we wanted. It's one more shot. We can. We're just going to put it over and now.
It's like a bad Geico commercial.
Who's the genius who thought of this?
I don't know. Somebody from World Wrestling Entertainment thought this one up. I'm almost positive. We got it. Here it is. First of all,
foam blocks is what they need. Foam blocks.
And the other thing, one of your scholarship athletes could absolutely tear a bicep. He could tear a deltoid.
Plus, are you allowed to bring a sledgehammer onto the football field?
Well, again, if it's the WWE, yes, that's what we're talking about for sure. So there they are. And finally, we noticed a couple of fans last night, that game that we were talking about from Cowboy Stadium in Dallas with the Florida State Seminoles taking on Oklahoma State. We noticed a couple of guys who were not too happy. If we could take a look at that shot. There they are.
That's tragic.
We have some spontaneous captions for this particular photo. My caption is, when Dan Snyder dreams, this is what he sees.
That's not bad. That's not bad.
I'll go with, can we take these costumes back to Nordstrom? Will they refund us on those too?
I like the way you brought that back.
It's synergy. It's the seamless ball of entertainment.
It is working.
I swear, Steve, if one more guy asks me where the casino is, I'm going to scream. I know. No, sir, please stop. I have no idea who the Village People are. These are just some of the things that spontaneously come into my head.
They're pretty good. What about, all right, since you guys were talking football, I guess the big upset of the weekend, South Carolina just getting destroyed by Texas A&M.
And
did you have a chance?
Steve Spurrier being a magnanimous good guy.
A good loser.
And giving credit to the winning team.
Because he said they were outcoached. First and foremost, and then they got outplayed, but more importantly, they were outcoached.
Which will be a lot of fun when he goes into his bitter, normal Steve Spurrier later on in the season.
Are you interested to see how they bounce back
throughout
the rest of the season?
I actually am, since they lost Clowney and they've had some big losses. But who do you think is the second best team in the ACC? Clearly, Florida State is number one. I don't even know who's number two at this point.
I think you have to wait and see. Let it play out a little bit more because everyone kind of started slowly and then just kind of did what they had to do to win the games.
Yeah. But I already want to give the Heisman Trophy to that Gurley kid from the University of Georgia. I already think he deserves the Heisman Trophy.
3 touchdowns rushing at a 110-yard kick return. I got it.
We're really happy football is back. Can you tell?
Certainly are. We're happy to send it over to the weather. Well, not